So it's been forever. Oh my god. Hold on. I think it's been like 2 or 3 months since I've done anything. It's been really long. Except I did post a video today, so if you haven't seen it, go check it out. It's because I went to Hawaii. Yeah, 2 months ago. Before today's video that just went out is how long it's been. So it's been a while. What was I doing? Don't know. I don't know what I was doing in here. But yeah, so it's been kind of crazy around here. I haven't really had, well, I don't know. It's like I've had time to do things, but I haven't had the energy to do a lot of things. Also, I'm gonna put this choker on, so give me 2 seconds. Cool. So yeah, it's been a while, but is that my makeup that I smudged, or is that just me? Oof, okay. That lighting's better. The other lighting made me look hella tired, although I got some major bags under these eyes, but that's just been my life for the past freaking couple months. Yeah, so basically I keep saying this, like, I'll film a friggin' life update video, but I really need to get on that. I really need to get on that. So maybe I'll do that tomorrow, or maybe I'll do it later tonight. I don't know. But yeah, so I guess I can fill you in on a little bit of what's been going on. Like, I can either do a whole separate life update video, or I can just stick it in the vlog, but I don't know if like everyone watches my vlogs. Of course, I don't think everyone watches my videos anyway, because why would you? But yeah, so basically what's been happening is I no longer live with Micah, or I guess I should say Micah no longer lives here. So this house that I'm in currently, this house is mine. I bought this house back in March of last year. Hello, Martin. And I bought it outright by myself. There's no mortgage on the house or anything like that. But my name is on the house, and just my name is on the house. So that was good decision making on my part. And then things just happened, and I can talk about that later. It's nothing like crazy, nothing big, nothing like he cheated on me kind of thing, like nothing, you know, super intense happened, but just stuff happened, and now I live in this house by myself, which is fine. I'm not, you know, it's fine. I don't really care. It doesn't bother me. It doesn't, like, I'm not sad about it. Like, I don't know. I'm honestly I'm doing pretty good. I'm not like super sad or anything. I'm mainly irritated about my hair situation because I don't know why. I just can never get my flyaways under control. Like, I've tried everything. I've tried hairspray. I've tried it all, and my hair just doesn't cooperate. So you know what? We're taking it down because screw that. And also that hurts now. But I'm supposed to be meeting John for dinner. Actually, John's supposed to be picking me up for dinner soon. But I just got back from Hawaii last Sunday. So that vlog went up today. Today is July 30th. Yep, it's Tuesday. And Martin's really demanding some attention right now. Hello. But I got back from Hawaii last Sunday. It was kind of a hectic travel to get back here. We basically, we had 2 flights. We had a flight into Dallas and a flight into home. And our flight into Dallas was fine. Our flight back home, however, was not so fine. And it ended up getting canceled. We ended up having to find another flight back home. We ended up driving like 2.5 hours from a different airport. It was just kind of crazy, but we made it back home. That's all that really mattered to me, because I like my home. I'm a homebody. I like going places. I like vacations. Like, it's all good. It's all fine and dandy, but I like to be home. I really am a homebody. I really enjoy my own company and the company of my pets. Like, it's fine. Like, I don't really care that much about, you know, anything else. Is that sad? I don't know. But I just wanted to be home. And I wasn't even like, because I thought to myself, like, you know, after this whole breakup, like, I would be happy to be away and be happy to just like get away from it all. But it's like, I just liked being home, and I always liked being home. I'm such a homebody. So we finally got home, and all of that, you know, was fine. But just this whole process, I just spat. I'm sorry if you saw that, but I saw it. This whole process has just been really not like, it hasn't been hard on me, it's just been more difficult than it should be, for a lot of reasons, but that's, you know, life, I guess. But it's fine. Everything's fine. um, but yeah, so just know that I haven't deliberately been ignoring YouTube just because, you know, I was lazy or whatever. It's just time-wise, motivation-wise, like I just wasn't there, and I took a really long break. And I don't know, like, it's not that I don't know if I missed it or if I just felt obligated to come back. I don't know what it is, but it's like, part of me is like, I do miss it. Like, I miss sitting here, I miss having talks, I miss having conversations, I miss, you know, just having an outlet for me. But I mean, I have other things that are just happening in my life, and sometimes life just gets in the way of everything else. So that's fine. But anyway, I don't know when John's gonna be here. He's supposed to text me. He's supposed to pick me up at 6:15, but he texted me and asked if it was okay if he came early, and I said it's fine. So I don't know how early he plans on being here. And then me and a friend are gonna go out later, because I really want to take the dogs out to the dog park, because I felt really bad. I feel really bad for the dogs, mostly just because like they've been really stuck in all of this. Like the cats, like they're cats. Like if you have cats, you know cats are so aloof. They just really don't give a shit about anyone or anything. As long as you feed them, they'll love you. It's fine. The dogs though, like it's been kind of hard because in the process of moving Micah out, and me trying to get all this stuff situated. Speaking of which, I need to get his stuff out of the attic, which has just been sitting there. But that whole transition period was really difficult for everyone involved. Just like, it was just a lot. So like I was staying at my parents' house for a little bit. Micah was still staying here, and then I wasn't super comfortable with just staying here with him. And I told him initially, I was like, listen, like I'm not here to kick you out right now. I'm not here to, you know, tell you to get out of my house. Like I get it. It sucks for both parties, but I get that it sucks a lot for you because, you know, you have to move all of your stuff. So I was like, I will give you time to find a place, to figure out what your situation's going to be, and then, you know, we can move forward with that. And then stuff happened, and that didn't end up happening, and I ended up telling him that he had like 3 hours to get out of my house or else I was gonna call the cops. So it was just kind of, it was a lot. But in between that whole like transition period of like me staying in between here and my parents' house, like the dogs I felt got really neglected. Not in terms of like they weren't fed, but there's just like they didn't get enough attention. Like Michael was, you know, his normal routine is to get up really late and then go to work. My normal routine is to get up in the morning, take care of the dogs, you know, do all of that stuff. And then since I was staying at my parents' house, I wasn't really here to take care of the dogs. So I had to rely on Micah to do that, which he did. Like they were fed and everything, and they were given water, but it's just like I don't think they were given like attention, and I feel really bad for that. And then of course the past, like since Micah's moved out, you know, the past couple weeks for me has just been kind of hectic because I went to Hawaii, and then I'm gonna go to the beach in like a week. And so I haven't really had a whole lot of time, you know, and then I have work, and just I have a lot of stuff that's just been happening. And so I've been trying to find time to just like chill. And also it's like I feel bad. I feel bad for the dogs. Like the cats are fine. Like the cats, they come and they give me attention whenever they want because they're free roaming. They roam around the house. If they want attention, they come and find me and they get attention. The dogs, you know, they are in between outside and in the sunroom, and I feel bad. I feel bad for them because, you know, they need attention. Dogs need so much more attention than cats need, just because they're very like they're dogs, you know, they're dogs. And so I wanted to, basically the whole point of this ramble that's been happening is just after dinner tonight, me and a friend are gonna go and we're gonna take the dogs out to the dog park because they need it, and they need some freedom, they need some playtime, they need some chill time. Like and I'm not 100% sure if the dog park is going to be open. I'm a little worried about that. But he said that they were going to be open 24 hours. I still not 100% sure. But anyway, after dinner, we're gonna go take the dogs out, let them play, let them have some fun, let them have some dog time. And yeah, so I'm looking forward to it because I love the dog park, because I love other dogs, and I hope there's gonna be other dogs there. And two, like, it's just gonna be so great for my dogs to get out and have some free time. So that's kind of what's been going on. There's a whole lot of other stuff that's been happening. I didn't shave my legs today, but whatever. But there's just been a lot that's been happening. A lot's been going on. It's been kind of crazy, kind of hectic, and I don't know, man. It's just life. That's just life. Like, life has been crazy, and I wish I could tell you all of the things that have been happening, but for others' sake, it's just not my place. So a lot has been happening. I'm really sorry that it's been so long since I've posted like an actual video and not just like a kind of shit vlog or 4.5 minute Hawaii video. Like, I'm sorry, it's something. Maybe I'll do like a chit chat, like get ready with me type of thing. Maybe I'll just do a sit down chit chat. I don't know, we'll see. So yeah, but it's been kind of crazy. So again, I'm sorry it's taken me so long to get anything up, but hopefully that will change. But again, a lot of things are happening. Like, I have a friend, a different friend than the one I'm going out with tonight, who is moving in tomorrow for other reasons. Again, reasons of theirs that is not my place to share, but basically he just needs a place to stay for a little bit, so that's what I'm gonna do. I told him that I would be happy to share my home with him for the time being until he can get back up on his feet. So that's that. So we'll see how that all goes. I've never had, like, it's crazy, like, I have lived on my own since I was 18, but I've never had like an actual like roommate situation where it's like I'm not romantically involved with the person that I'm living with. Like, me and Micah moved out of both of our parents' houses when we were 18, and right out of high school we moved out and into our first apartment together, and then we moved into a second apartment together, and then we moved into this house last March. But it's been, I mean, it's been a ride. Like, everything has just been such a crazy journey. But this is the first time that I've actually had someone live in my house and in my space where it's like, you're just a friend and that's it, you know? Like, it's not like, oh, like, he's kind of interested in me. It's like, no, like, it's kind of crazy because it's like we don't really talk that often. Like, we're friends, but it's like we don't talk on a daily basis. The last time that we talked was like months ago, like probably like 3 or 4 months ago. Like, we don't keep in touch that often. Like, every now and then we'll send each other something and just be like, hey, how are you, you know, and we'll talk a little bit about what's been going on, but that's pretty much it. Like, we used to have lunch together because he used to go to my college and then graduated, but we used to like have lunch like once every like 3 or 4 weeks. Like, it's just because he lives the next town over. He lives like 45 minutes from here. But he messaged me because I was in Hawaii, and he was like, oh, how's Hawaii? And I said, oh, it's good. Like, how are you doing? And he, you know, told me all this stuff, and he was like, I need a place to stay. And I was like, well, you know, Micah just moved out. You're welcome to come stay here, but I know that it's a little far from where you're used to being and where you would like to be, because it's a 45-minute drive from my college where he stays around. So, and that's where all his friends are. So I was like, I get it. If you don't want to, that's totally fine with me, but just, you know, I don't want you to be homeless, basically. So, you know, you're welcome to stay here. So that's what's happening. So he's gonna come and move in tomorrow, and he's gonna stay for a little bit, but it's been crazy. Life is crazy. It's crazy how things happen and how things work out, and how, like, I don't know, like, just everything that's happened is nothing that I could have ever predicted. You know, like I like to sit and I like to think about all these crazy things and think about like all these possibilities and all these different scenarios of like what happens if this happens or what happens if this happens, you know. And it's like all of the different scenarios that I run through my head just like doesn't even matter. It doesn't even matter because what has happened is just so beyond me. It's crazy. But yeah, so I guess I'll just leave it here for right now. I will come back. I promise I won't leave you here stranded. Hey guys, I'm gonna turn this fan off because it's gonna be loud. So today is August 4th, is that right? Okay, or not. 5th. Today is August 5th. It is a Monday. Tomorrow I have a disappointment. Sorry, my light's cutting in and out. I'm actually using my like light for my mirror. There we go. That's the word I was looking for. Because I was doing my makeup earlier, and yeah, so I thought I would sit down and vlog. I still have these freaking little baby hairs that just don't want to stay down. I don't know what to do about them. They stick up all the time, no matter what I do with my hair, but I try to do something nice with my hair today, just because I never do. And I've got some time to kill because I don't have anything to do today. So yeah, that's that. Today is super boring. I haven't done anything. I need to go out and kind of run a couple errands. They're not really errands, they're more of like I need to go out and buy stuff because I want to kind of errand. But what else was I gonna say? Oh yeah, yesterday was kind of eventful. Did I just lisp? Yesterday was kind of eventful. It was a lot. Anyway, a bunch of people were texting me. He was texting me. Our mutual friend was texting me. We were getting heated, and so I ended up going down there and just kind of like laying shit out. I don't know how he took it. It was just kind of, I don't know. I don't know if I got my point across or not, but we'll see. But yeah, so that was yesterday. That was great and fun, and I had so much fun doing that. But today, I'm waiting for, but today I don't really have anything. I'm pretty bored sitting alone by myself. Also, I don't know if you can tell, but I am super peely right now. And I leave for the beach in like 3 or 4 days, so I kind of hope this peeliness kind of chills out when I get down there. Also, I kind of, like, I didn't forget I was going to the beach. I kind of forgot how soon though I was going to the beach because I have a new tattoo, which I'm not 100% sure if I should get in the water with it. So that is something that I didn't think about. But regardless, I will figure it out. I'll either not go in the water or I will go in the water for short periods of time and then make sure to just clean it really well when I get out. So yeah, because I got my tattoo. It'll be 2 weeks on Wednesday. will be my 2-week mark for having it, and I know that it is nowhere near healed right now. I know that it's doing good, but you know, my tattoos always heal pretty well for the most part. I've only had a few tattoos that have had minor issues, and it's not really anything to do with the healing process. Is that me? Yeah, that was me, sorry. I've had a couple tattoos that have had very minor blowouts, and then I have one tattoo which the healing just kind of sucked on it. So my ankle piece, I should turn a light on because it's like freaking dark in here. Is that light gonna do anything? Absolutely not. That's fine. Excuse my messy desk. But this tattoo, so this tattoo right here is pretty something. You can tell kind of like it's very fuzzy around the line work, and that's just the placement of the tattoo. Of course, it's my ankle, so it bends, so all that lining there, it just blew out, which basically it's like if you take like ink to like paper, or you take like a very wet ink to your skin, it kind of has the same effect where it will bleed like where those lines are. So that's pretty much the same concept as like a blowout for a tattoo, but I need to get this one touched up. I really don't want to get this one touched up just because that one hurt so bad. Like, I hated that one. I just remember it sucked. I remember, wow, this tattoo really freaking hurts, and it's small. But I do really need to get it touched up at some point in time. Maybe I'll do it later this year or whenever. That tattoo is, I mean, it's still going strong, but it's looking a little rough. My forearm tattoo was a different story. That one, it healed like a bitch, but it healed. And I do have a blowout spot. Where is it? It's in that heart. I don't know if you can see it, but it blew out right where I have a scar there. The rest of it did pretty good though. It was just that one little spot that kind of blew. That's alright. It's just kind of the nature of tattoos. You kind of have to understand. Well, one, you have to go to a reputable tattoo artist who knows what they're doing, but then at that point, you kind of have to understand the nature of tattoos and your risks that you take when getting one. Obviously, like, the design and everything is fine, but it's like your skin personally may not deal well with tattoos. So you just kind of have to take that into account. But I've loved all of my tattoos that I've ever gotten. I don't think I really regret any of my tattoos. I am contemplating extending this tattoo and making it into a full sleeve. I haven't obviously committed to that idea, but I'm thinking really hard about it, and we'll see where that goes. But as of right now, I'm not gonna do it, but I have been thinking about making it into a full sleeve, because right now it's a 3/4 sleeve, and everyone always asks me, like, are you gonna color it in, like, are you gonna put color in it? It's like, no, I don't want to. I've had this tattoo for, golly, there's my doorbell. I'll be back. Hi guys, so it is the end of the night. It is still the 5th, but it is 9:50, so it is late. And my makeup is holding up okay. My eyeshadow is getting a little, you know, rough around the edges, but it's fine. Also, I'm getting shiny, but it's fine. But anyway, so yeah, today's been not super eventful. I had to take care of some errands and some things like that. Adult stiff. I'm leaving for the beach on Thursday, so I've been trying to get the house in order for that, just because I like to keep the house clean. I like to clean the house before I leave for any type of trip, because I like to come home to a clean house. So I've been getting the house ready. But yeah, that's been about it. I still really need to find time to sit down and film like real talk video, but I don't know. I'll find time. I'll probably do it after the beach. But yeah, so it's been good. Like, I don't know. This whole past month has just been kind of crazy and kind of hectic, and I don't really know kind of what to do about some of the things that are happening, but it's okay, and I'll figure it out and I'll get there. But it's been a ride, so I'm sorry for the inconsistencies in posting. I'm sorry for not, being active. It's just a lot's been going on, and I will share that with you eventually. But yeah, so I'm gonna end the vlog for tonight. I don't know if I will end the vlog for the week. I probably won't. I don't know if I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do. We'll see. I might end up posting a vlog before I leave for the beach and then posting a designated like beach vlog, but like I said, we'll see. So yeah, that's where we're at, and I guess I'll talk to you guys later. Good morning. So it is orange in here. I'm gonna leave this room because it's lighting is not good in here. Today is 7th. It is Wednesday. I'm leaving for the beach tomorrow, which I'm really excited about. Yesterday, I didn't vlog any yesterday, I don't think. It was pretty eventful. Yesterday was just kind of crazy. So I go every week to get allergy shots for my multiple allergies. I talked about it in my I'm allergic to everything video, where basically I'm allergic to like most things. I have a whole list of things that cause me to have allergic reactions to things. Cats and dogs being one of them, which is great because I have 4 cats and 2 dogs. I'm also allergic to my biggest, like, I don't know, thing that irritates my allergies is fruits. I don't know why. Not vegetables, just fruits. And it's called oral allergy syndrome. Basically, if you want to know more about it, you can go watch that video. But I'm allergic to like apples and peaches and pears and cantaloupe and bananas and pineapples and strawberries and cherries and just like a whole plethora of different types of fruits. And so this all started maybe a couple years ago. I was going to the beach and I ate a cherry and it made my throat feel really weird. It kind of like gave me this like lump in my throat. So every time I swallowed, it was just like, it made it hard to swallow. I could still breathe fine, but it was just like an experience and I was concerned about it. So I went to the doctor and I went to an allergy specialist, and they decided that going on allergy shots might be beneficial for me. So I get allergy shots every week. And yesterday I went to go get my allergy shots, and I am on the red bottle. So all of my allergy serums come in different colored bottles depending on the dosage, and they increase, certain factors. So eventually my body will hopefully become immune to my allergens. So I went yesterday, I got my allergy shot, and then I had a dentist appointment right after. So I had a dentist appointment at 3:45. I got my allergy shot around like 3:15, 3:20-ish, because they're like within 5 minutes from each other, like less than 5 minutes. It's like a 2-minute drive and like a 7-minute walk. So I got my shot first, and I went to my dentist, and then I was laying in the dentist chair, and I could have made like a whole story time video on it, but I just didn't feel like it, so I'm sorry. But I was laying in the dentist chair, and like I'm laying there, my mouth is open, her hands are in my mouth, and I get this like scratchiness in my throat, and I'm like, this is weird. So the whole time I'm like, I have to cough so bad. And then it's like that feeling where it's like you want to cough, but your body wants to cough, but you don't want to cough. So you just like suffer in like this weird limbo of like, I can't really breathe because every time I breathe in, I want to cough, but I have to breathe because I have to breathe, and so it's just like this fun experience. And so, and then of course, sometimes I couldn't help it and I would end up coughing. But we got through it. We got through the appointment fine, and then I was supposed to have dinner with my grandmother. So I leave my dentist appointment. Everything was good. My teeth are all good. Yada yada yada. And I drive to the restaurant, which is also not that far. It's like a 5-minute drive from my dentist office. And so I drive to the restaurant that I'm supposed to meet my grandmother at. I'm a little bit early. I'm sitting there, and there are bruises all over my leg. And so I'm sitting there, and I'm like feeling itchy, and I'm still coughing, and like the whole time that I'm like driving to the restaurant, I'm coughing, and it's like when I breathed in, it was like I could feel this like kind of raspiness like in like the back of my throat. And it was almost like I could still breathe fine, but it's just like every time I took in like a deep breath, I could like feel this like gurgliness. I don't know, it felt weird. And then I noticed that my face was kind of itchy, and then I parked in the parking lot at Chili's because that's where we were gonna eat. And I put the visor down in my car, and I looked at my face, and I had these like bumps. Like it started around my eye. I had like about 3 of them here. And then like my forehead was bumpy, and my face was just itching. And I thought, okay, this isn't normal. And I was trying to think like, why is this happening? And then I remember that I got my allergy shot, and I said, okay, I'm having a reaction, I need to go back. So I made sure that they were still open. They closed at 5. It was like 4:20, blaze it. And so they were still open. And so I drove back to the allergy place, and I walked in, and I told the lady at the front desk, I was like, hey, I think I'm having a reaction to my shots. And it was like, from that point on, it was just like go time. Like she was like, okay. And then she like took me to this room, or she took me back, and she was like, what's happening? And I told her, and then she was like, okay. And then she was like looking for this other nurse, and she was like, Crow was climbing up on the bed. Hello, sir. And so she was like finding all these nurses, and then she took me back to this little room. It was like little. It was like from like my TV stand like to this wall. Like that was the size of the room. It was so small. It was like a third of the size of this room. It was really tiny, and there were like 5 people in that room at one time, and it was really hectic. It was really crazy, and there were all these people coming in and out. And finally the nurse came in, and she was like, what are your symptoms? I told her like my face is itching, my throat feels weird, I'm coughing. And then she got the doctor. The doctor came in, basically asked the same thing, looked at the shot record that I got, looked to see like, you know, where I was in my shots to that would give me a reaction. And so I'll insert a picture of what I looked like, but it's not a nice picture. It's very gross because I was dying. So I'll put it up, but if you look closely, you can see that like my face is just like breaking out into hives. And they put me, initially they gave me, because the doctor asked me, he was like, did you drive here? I said, yeah. And he said, okay, well, we're gonna give you some Benadryl. He's like, does Benadryl make you sleepy? I said, yes. Which Benadryl always just like knocks me out. And so he obviously he didn't want me to like drive on drowsiness, you know, because that's not safe. So he gave me, usually they give, I think it's like 50 milligrams or whatever of Benadryl, but they gave me 25 to start with since I drove myself. And he came back, and he was like, go ahead and put her on a nebulizer treatment, which is basically, it's kind of like, have you ever had like a humidifier where it's like you put water in it and like water vapor comes out of it? It was kind of like that, but instead of just water, it was like medicine. So you get this medicine in this little cup thing that's attached to this nozzle that goes in your mouth, and then you just breathe it in. And so they gave, it's basically a breathing treatment. It's supposed to help with whatever was happening with my throat. So they gave me that. They gave me Benadryl. He came back in about 10, 15 minutes. He was like, how are you doing? Said, I'm feeling better, but my symptoms are still there. And also I started to get itchy on like the back of my neck, and I could feel that I was getting hives on the back of my neck as well. So my face was still itching, my back of my neck started itching, and then my cough was still persistent. So he said he gave me another dosage of Benadryl, so now I was on 50 milligrams of Benadryl, and my nebulizer treatment finished, and I was still having symptoms. He came back. I said I feel better-ish, but you know, my symptoms aren't gone. Like I still was like, I was clearing my throat a lot. I was still coughing. And it was just like every time I breathed in, I could just like feel this like nastiness in my throat. And so he was like, okay, well, because he gave me the second Benadryl dosage, and he was like, is there someone that can drive you home? And I said, yeah, but also I don't live that far from here, so I think I'll be okay. But when he came back after that and my symptoms were still there, he said, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna give you epinephrine, and that will counteract the sleepiness of Benadryl, and then hopefully it will make you feel better. So luckily they didn't have to use like the actual EpiPen, but they did inject epinephrine into my thigh, which was a fun experience. It wasn't as bad as I thought, because he looked at me and he was like, it's gonna hurt, or it's gonna burn, and I said, okay. And I was a little nervous about it, but they gave it to me in my right thigh, because for reasons it's apparently more effective when it goes into your outer thigh. So they injected me with epinephrine, and it was like a normal shot and then like a little bit of a burn like right where the shot was, but that was it. It was nothing like super crazy. And it was gone in like 2 or 3 seconds, so that was fine. And then he said, okay, we'll watch you. At this point, like they closed at 5, but at this point he was like, we'll watch you until 5:30 and then see how you're doing, and then, you know, make decisions from there on. But within like not even 5 minutes, I was already starting to feel better. My throat was feeling better, my face wasn't itching anymore, and so he came back around 5:30. He said, if you say no to all of these questions, then you can go home. And of course he asked me like, are you still having these symptoms? And I told him like, no, I'm feeling a lot better. And even the nurse was like, your hives are going down. So like she could visibly see that I was doing okay. So he was like, okay, you're good to go. He told me to take an Allegra last night before I went to bed, and then this morning, and then to take one 2 hours prior to when I get shots in the future, and then to also bring my EpiPen with me when I go and get shots in the future. So that was a fun experience. I felt really like after, okay, so the thing about epinephrine is adrenaline, if you don't know that. It counteracts, it basically stops the allergic reaction from happening, and then it basically stops the allergic reaction from progressing, or it just gets rid of the allergic reaction altogether. And in severe cases, like, you're having anaphylaxis, your throat is closing up, things like that, you're supposed to go to the hospital, like, immediately after Epi is administered. But since I was at a doctor's office, basically, and he told me, he was like, you have a very, very slim chance of symptoms coming back later. If they do, then the best place to go is to the hospital, because he was like, I wouldn't re-administer Epi just because you've already had a dose of Epi today. And if it comes down to it, they can administer more Epi, but it would just be best to go to the hospital and go to the emergency room and be treated there. But he was like, I really highly don't expect that to happen, but he said, there is a slim chance, so just so you know, type of thing. And then he was like, also, there is now a slightly higher risk that you will have more reactions in the future to your shots, but he said, again, it's very slim. He said you may not have a reaction ever again, but you do now that you've had one, you do have an increased chance of having more. It doesn't mean that you will, it just means that there's a possibility. So that's fun. So yeah, so after I got my, after I got epinephrine, like I said, epinephrine is adrenaline. It makes your heart race. And it was funny because like when I first got into the office, my heart rate was like 124. And that was pretty fast. I mean, my resting heart rate's pretty fast anyway. But it was like 124. And then like after they administered epinephrine, I was like, they took my vitals and then my heart rate was like 119. And so it actually, like, my heart rate went down because it was just like the first like few minutes, the first like 5 minutes that I was in there, it was just very hectic and very crazy, and I was like, I don't know what's going on. And so yeah, but anyway, so epinephrine makes your heart beat faster. And then it was weird because I was like in this state because I thought, like, you know, epinephrine is going to cancel out the drowsiness of Benadryl, and I'm just going to be in this nice little like limbo state of like, I just feel normal now because I'm not, you know, overexerting myself with epi, but I'm not drowsy with Benadryl, so I'm just a happy medium. No. So the best way that I can describe it was whenever I'm tired, like if I get like less than 8 hours of sleep, because I sleep forever and I could sleep forever if someone would let me, is that I'm tired and then I wake up, I'm still tired, I'm still in that foggy sleepiness where you can like feel it in your eyes and in your head, that kind of tired. And then when I'm that kind of tired, sometimes I'm like, well, I'll drink a cup of coffee and I'll try to wake myself up. But instead of doing, it's like that meme that's like, if I can find it, I'll put the meme in here, but it's like me anxious, me on coffee, anxious but faster. And so that was pretty much me. It was more like, so basically when I am sleepy and I drink coffee, I'm still sleepy, it's just my heart goes faster. And that's basically what was happening, was I was still feeling the effects of Benadryl, I was still tired and drowsy from the Benadryl, just my heart was beating really fast. And so it was just this weird, like, it was this weird feeling. It was fine though. I went home and I just like passed out on the bed because I was like, I went home, I fed all the animals, I went upstairs, I laid down and I said, I'm going to sleep. And I slept. And so yeah, I was real tired yesterday. And I'm still kind of tired today because I took like a really long nap last night. But then I didn't end up going to bed until like 3-ish, 3:30 maybe. And then I woke up today at 9, so I get ready for work. Speaking of which, I should probably finish getting ready so I can go to work. But yeah, so that was my day yesterday. It was really eventful. It was really fun. It scared my grandmother half to death because I was supposed to have dinner with her, and I called her. I said, hey, listen, this is what's happening. I can't meet for dinner tonight. Because they're going to keep me and they're going to watch me for a little bit and then see what's going to happen from there. I was like, I don't know what their plan is going to be, so I can't make it to dinner. And I had to tell her because I had to have a reason not to have dinner with her, and this was my reason, but I knew that it would just like, so she freaked out. And then she called me, and then she is, I don't know, she's a bundle of joy, but that's a different story for a different time. But she called me this morning. I told her I was doing fine. And yeah, so that was my day yesterday. It was really eventful. It was a lot of fun, and we're leaving for the beach tomorrow, so I think I'm gonna end this vlog here. Hopefully I can get up today or tomorrow. That is my goal for myself. I have some stuff I gotta do at work, but I've got to work all day today anyway, and I have a feeling that what I need to do is not gonna take that long, and so then I can work on this vlog, which will be great. So hopefully I'll get back into the swing of things of vlogging. We'll see how it goes, but I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Bye!